It's about the niches and the narrative that will explode for this coming bull run, and some that are already starting to explode. But let's get back on track. Hey yo, what's good? It's your boy Dre Lost Soul back with some more crypto news, crypto updates, and just all talk about blockchain, cryptocurrency, Web3, and the future of finance with fintech, financial technology. So here to give you more info for your head top. But yo, the bull market is coming, bro. There's no doubt about it. No question. The bull market is coming and things are heating up. And there's a few reasons why we know that the bull market is coming up, right? Because Bitcoin moves in cycles, which then makes the entire crypto market move in cycles, right? So Bitcoin moves in this 4-year cycle. And why is that? Because if you look at the white paper of Bitcoin, which is essentially the instructions of Bitcoin, it pretty much outlines in the code of Bitcoin that there is a mechanism where the creation of more Bitcoin will get reduced in half every 4 years. Bitcoin miners, think of like these big mining farms, right? Think of a building or a warehouse with a bunch of computers. You ever seen those pictures of like the data centers? That's what it looks like nowadays. Before, people just had the small little miners in their room. After a while, it started to cost a lot of money for electricity, and you needed to have a certain bag to be able to, you know, create Bitcoin. But anyway, those people, those Bitcoin miners, they get paid out in Bitcoin once they essentially solve a problem. So whoever solves the problem first for a block, they get the block reward, and then they get paid out in Bitcoin, right? Now, at one point, let's say they were getting 12 Bitcoin for every block reward. That was, I think, that was 8 years ago, right? Now, 4 years ago, it got cut in half. And it got cut in half to about 6. So, if I'm not wrong, and I got to double check it, but the coming Bitcoin halving, the Bitcoin reward will now be 3 Bitcoin, essentially. And if I'm wrong, but that's pretty much how it's broken down. Every 4 years, it gets cut in half, right? So it started at a certain amount and it just gets cut in half, right? And what is that doing? That is reducing the amount of Bitcoin that is made every day, pretty much, right? And what else is that doing? That is causing Bitcoin to become more scarce. Now, what else is that doing? If you know the simple laws of supply and demand and economics and whatnot, once that supply shrinks and it becomes more scarce and more people want this because this is like the new goal, it's the digital goal, it's the must have. Everybody's talking about it at Thanksgiving, Christmas. It's all over TV. The price is going to skyrocket, right? Now, what else is coming in 2024? We got the Bitcoin ETF, the spot ETF that has a 90% approval odd right now. 90% approval odd, right? You got BlackRock, the biggest asset manager in the world, bro. The biggest in the world. Trillions of dollars, right? And you got Larry Fink, who is pretty much the OG, the top man, the top man, the don of the stock market right now, right? So he said that the future is tokenized assets. How would these assets become tokenized? These real world assets, which is a niche, which is what we're going to talk about later. So let me not get out of hand, because what this episode is about the niches and the narrative that will explode for this coming bull run, and some that are already starting to explode. But let's get back on track with the beginning. So the very first narrative, of course, would be Bitcoin, right? And that's what we're talking about now. So he said that future is tokenized assets. This is Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, the biggest asset manager in the world. They run the world pretty much. They're getting into real estate and all that too. They just running shit, right? Follow my drift? So, how is that going to be a thing? Tokenized assets are going to be tokenized on the blockchain. Blockchain has the protocols, it has the technology to allow you to tokenize something. Think of NFTs. When people thought NFTs was just BS, this is essentially like an NFT, right? The only difference is these aren't non-fungible. Non-fungible pretty much means one of a kind, right? So these are fungible assets, pretty much. But examples could be like Apple stock, Tesla stock, right? Real world assets that are going to be tokenized. So there's this whole narrative around cryptocurrency and the blockchain. But what leads that narrative? It's Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the very first. Bitcoin is a commodity. Bitcoin has gotten approval. Bitcoin is now validated. I can buy Bitcoin on Fidelity. I could buy Ethereum too, but let's stick to the topic right now. We're talking about the first narrative, which is Bitcoin, which is going to lead the bull run. We got the Bitcoin halving, that's just imprinted in the technology. That's a given. That's going to happen no matter what. Then we have the ETF, which is a chance. There is a possibility it might not happen, but with all these big companies going after it and submitting the application to the SEC to get their own spot Bitcoin ETF, the fact that we already have one in Canada that happened during the pandemic, so that one's been around. The only difference is Canada isn't like a financial hub like America. We got Wall Street, we got New York, we got LA, Silicon Valley, you got Miami, so on and so forth. But the Bitcoin ETF, BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard, VanEck, Franklin Templeton, just to name a few, have submitted an application for a spot Bitcoin ETF. And what does spot mean? Meaning that it's spot on to the price. It's dead on the price. It's not a derivative. It's not a futures. It's not a options or anything like that. It's the actual price of Bitcoin. So when you purchase Bitcoin through this vehicle, you are taking some Bitcoin out of the circulation, right? Remember that thing about scarcity. Remember what I was saying about scarcity and supply and demand, the basic laws of economics, right? So now that we got the regular people like you and me that are already buying Bitcoin, then you hear, oh, Fidelity's getting into it. Then you got some of the rich people starting to get into it now. You got the rappers, celebrities talking about it. You got people like Tiana Taylor rocking the hat that says Satoshi Nakamoto. If you don't know who that is, that's the person that created Bitcoin, right? So the hype is starting up, right? Now, once this gets approved, trillions of dollars will flow into cryptocurrency. Trust me. All the older folks that got the bread, the old money, is going to be like, yo, Bitcoin is trusted. BlackRock, who has been managing my assets for 20, 30, 40 years, so on and so forth. I trust this now. You know what? Let me throw some money in Bitcoin. Everyone's raving about it. It's new gold. So that is going to cause the price to skyrocket, right? Then it's the election year. It's just funny that the Bitcoin cycle happens the same way our election cycle happens. And I think that's by design because the Bitcoin white paper and Bitcoin blockchain was created out of the dust of the crazy financial crash with the ninja loans and all that stuff back in the early 2000s, right? 2008, 2009. So, in my opinion, that makes sense. 2008, then you go 2012, 2016, 2020, 2024, right? And why am I saying that? Because they all not necessarily repeat, but they rhyme, all right? And 2016 is when it started. And that's when I got into the crypto market. And in 2017, December, I'm at work on the phone and I'm looking at my Coinbase and I'm like, yo, this thing is going crazy, bro. It's 18, 19, like what? But at that point in time, just getting in, fresh on the scene, like you just dumping everything. You're not thinking of like, yo, the basic laws, yo, buy low, buy in the red, sell in the green. You know what I'm saying? You're like, yo, Bitcoin, yo, the hype is real. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's about to explode to 30 racks right then and there. But it crashed, right? And then the next run up, 2020, boom, blow past the 20K, boom, it crushed the all-time high. Boom, it's hitting 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 grand. People are like, yo, Bitcoin's going to 100 racks. Like, it's going to a full man, bro. Because it already crossed the half a man. It already crossed 50 racks. Like, you follow me, right? In my opinion, it's going to blow past that because we got Fidelity, we got Vanguard, we got everybody jumping in. Plus the original people that will be getting back into it. People that got burnt from the last cycle, they're going to be like, you know what, let me try to, you know what I'm saying? Let me try to get in, All right, so boom. The next narrative we got is Ethereum and smart contracts. And this is kind of two narratives that I combine in one because they go hand in hand, right? So you got Ethereum, which is the OG number one smart contract platform, right? And then you got Ethereum killers, as people like to call them, or the Ethereum competition, which would be like your Solana, Avalanche, all those big smart contract platforms that are essentially doing what Ethereum is doing, but they say that they could do it better, faster, and that they're overall better and have better technology. Ethereum is number two. Ethereum comes number two when it comes to dominance and market cap, right? Bitcoin has the largest market cap, then Ethereum. Bitcoin dominance is usually like 50 to 52% of the entire market. So that's how much its market caps takes up out of the $1.5 trillion that is in cryptocurrency right now. And Ethereum is about 15 to 18%. Right now it's about 16 to 17% at any given time, right? So Ethereum is now becoming a household name as well. Ethereum is considered to be an official asset as well, similar to Bitcoin. Now, when platforms add cryptocurrency, they add Bitcoin and Ethereum. On Fidelity, you could buy Bitcoin and Ethereum. You could buy it on Robinhood. You could buy it on PayPal, Venmo. They allow you to invest in cryptocurrency, and you got Bitcoin and Ethereum. And of course, Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash. But Litecoin and Bitcoin Cash are forks of Bitcoin. So they're like the offspring of Bitcoin, essentially. So they're like the same thing in a sense. Ethereum stands out. It's different. It utilizes blockchain technology to create smart contracts. Smart contracts are essentially digital contracts, right? They're contracts that execute the terms of a contract automatically based on the code, based on the functions that are embedded in the particular contract. So it removes the middleman, it removes you, it makes it move seamlessly, and you don't need to trust anybody because everything is done correctly at the beginning with the smart contract on the blockchain, and it's cemented, it's immutable, which means it can't change, right? So Ethereum is heating up, and what's dope about Ethereum is Ethereum has a lot of subcategories and subsections, right? Because on the Ethereum blockchain, think of it like JavaScript. Think of it as like software where you can build on top of it, right? So we have what we call ERC20 tokens. So that's pretty much the protocol which allows you to create new coins on a blockchain. So people wonder why there's so many freaking cryptocurrencies. This is the reason why. Should we be mad? Yes, but also no, because now it gives us the ability to create, right? And you can create tokens for your own platforms, your business, like the Starbucks, the Starbucks reward system, or like a reward system for a restaurant. They can utilize blockchain and essentially create a coin and allow people to purchase in-store items or branded items and things like that. There's a lot you can do. So it's genius, right? This is why we have so many cryptocurrencies. So ERC20. Now, because of that and because of smart contracts, you now have dApps, which are decentralized applications, right? So these are applications that you can create. And essentially, those applications will have a coin associated with it that you can use as essentially cash, or it can be used as a governance token, which is a way for holders to treat it like shareholding from like a stock and have the ability to vote on the changes and like the outcomes of a company, right? So this is dope stuff, man. This is really dope shit that we can do with cryptocurrencies, right? Because of that, we got all these sectors under Ethereum. You got gaming, you got GameFi, which is gaming finance. You got DeFi, which is decentralized finance. You got DEX, which is decentralized exchanges, which is just like Coinbase, but it's decentralized. So it's no central ownership. There's no one person that controls it. So this is where you can swap all the dirty, greasy, spicy coins and shit like that, right? And you could even swap the Bitcoins too, but this is a way to, stay off the grid from the traditional finance, decentralized finance, right? And this is why they hate it, right? Now, Ethereum is slow, it's clunky, it's old tech. We got to keep it a stack. Even though it's the leading settlement layer for cryptocurrency and internet money, this is where all the interactions are going to take place. All roads lead back to Ethereum. The shit is slow and it's clunky. And because of that, you got layer 2s, right? Ethereum layer 2 solutions. So these are solutions that are created to help Ethereum scale. So when there's a lot of transactions, a lot of NFTs being bought, a lot of gaming happening, a lot of DeFi contracts, a lot of trading and all that stuff that's happening, all that can happen on the layer 2. And then once that is finalized, then the data and the record gets recorded to Ethereum, right? And that's how that would work. Layer 2 solutions are here to help Ethereum scale. And some of the biggest layer 2 solutions are Polygon, Immutable X, Optimism, Arbitrum, Loopring, Scale, Metis. There's a lot of them making noise. Polygon is probably the most popular. Polygon's been around for a little minute. It was here during the last bull run. The reason why I was turned on to Polygon is because they were giving out like 17% for staking, which is pretty much locking up your cryptocurrency on the blockchain and getting staking rewards. So it's similar to mining. This is the opposite of mining. So you got proof of work, which is related to mining, and then you got proof of stake, which is related to staking. So proof of work, they're just proving if these transactions are correct. And whoever proves that first gets the blockchain or the Bitcoin reward, as I was saying earlier with the Bitcoin halving, right? So that's proof of work. Proof of stake is essentially securing the blockchain by locking up the coins on the chain, allowing the network to become stronger, like forming like Voltron. So proof of work, that consensus mechanism allows it to be secure and safe and stronger blockchain. Proof of stake allows it to be secure, safe, and a stronger blockchain. Just two different consensus algorithms, but you get paid out essentially for both of them. But with proof of stake, more people could get paid out instead of spending so much money to have a mining farm and only a few people will get paid out with the Bitcoin rewards. Everyone who stakes can get a reward. So that's just a little deep dive into crypto staking. So you're pretty much getting interest, getting dividends for holding the coins, right? So Polygon has some of the best partnerships in cryptocurrency. Starbucks, they're working with Disney in their accelerator program. Like I could name so many more, man. They're working with a lot of top brands, a lot of brands that we all know, use on a daily, see on TV, see throughout the day. It's pretty dope. Immutable X is dope. So this is a layer 2 scaling solution for NFTs and for gaming. So remember I said that Ethereum has all these subsectors, right? Polygon is focusing on gaming as well, but it's also focusing on like the royalty rewards program for Starbucks and allowing them to utilize the blockchain for NFTs and like coins and all that good shit, right? Immutable X is doing the same thing, but for gaming. Then you got Optimism, Arbitrum. Those are some of the biggest layer 2 platforms. Optimism is actually selected by Coinbase, and Coinbase's blockchain that they created called Base. They're using Optimism for that to run on the Coinbase app and all that good stuff. So layer 2 solutions, super big narrative. It's all around Ethereum. Smart contracts is all around Ethereum and Ethereum's competition, right? Ethereum's competition, like I was saying, the biggest one is Solana. Solana is actually a narrative in and of itself because it's such a big blockchain. They have a crazy community, right? There's a ton of things happening on the Solana blockchain, and a lot of big investors are looking at Solana. People counted Solana out because they were failing. The blockchain was failing. They had to shut it down a couple of days. Had some issues. They were closely tied to FTX, and that whole collapse was Sam Bankman-Fried. So people counted them out, and they were like, "Yo, I don't want to mess with Solana." But Solana has proven everyone wrong, and Solana has been on a tear, bruv. Yo, Solana is back at $60, and I was telling the homies like, "Yo, Solana, anything under $20 is a steal. Anything under $30, highway robbery, bro. It's still a steal." And this shit is $60, son. Trust me, this shit is still a steal. Yo, anything under 100 at this point is a steal. Trust and believe. Solana went to 250 the last bull run, right? 250 last bull run, 259. I see it, me personally, don't listen to me. This is just what I think. I see this shit going past 250 easily. And that's just my opinion, right? So you got other competitors. You got Cardano, which people are counting out because they're just all about the research and all that. They haven't really proved themselves, but this could be a sleeping giant as well. One of the most decentralized blockchains. Then you got Avalanche, which is selected as the premier gaming blockchain. A lot of gaming tokens are going to be moving over to Avalanche or already being built on Avalanche. And I was telling the homies about this too. Avalanche, anything under $20 is a steal. Avalanche had a crazy run the last bull run and went up to almost $140. I see it reaching its all-time high again, bro. And if it's at $22 and they go up to $120, bro. So all I got to say, this bull run's going to be crazy, bro. This bull run's going to be crazy. And then one of my favorites, Casper, the new kid on the block. This is a proof of work cryptocurrency. I got into this joint at like 7 cents. And it's about to double, bro. It's about to double. I think I got into it actually below that. Think about it. But anyway, this is another one. But please do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research, right? Now, the next narrative, which is super big in my opinion, and it's taking the world by storm. Other than cryptocurrency, the biggest thing is technology, right? Just tech in general, anything tech, whether it's biotech, whether it's telecommunications tech, whether it's internet, 5G, the Internet of Things, connected devices, or artificial intelligence. The biggest thing that everyone has been talking about, ChatGPT. Sam Altman just got fired from ChatGPT. Then Microsoft hired him, but guess what? Microsoft acquired ChatGPT and OpenAI. So now he's actually the boss of the people that fired. It's crazy. AI is dope. AI is dope. And you can invest in it via the stock market with NVIDIA and all these dope companies and whatnot. But AI and crypto is the place to be. AI and crypto are going to go hand in hand. AI and crypto are going to help each other out, in my opinion, right? And the reason why I say that is because cryptocurrency comes with authentication, right? Being able to prove if something is legit, being able to go back to the blockchain and say, it came from this source. This is official. I authenticate it. Right? AI is like the freaking wild, wild west, right? Everyone is scared of AI. They're like, what if AI pick up all the weapons and they get the freaking codes to the nuclear bombs and all this craziness? They're going to become smarter than us. And once we reach singularity, where we're one with the actual computers and we become cyborgs, they're going to take over and all this craziness. There's a lot of people scared of AI. So if you couple the authentication and being able to trust and smart contracts of the blockchain world with AI, then I think that would be the ultimate thing that can help regulate and control some of the things that AI would be in control of, right? So when we think of like the Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and blockchain, right? Now I'm going to give you a thought process right now. Think of a smart city, right? Where we got Internet of Things, right? So things that are connected in a web of a net, the internet, right? So now that includes like the cameras, the street lights, all that stuff, the smart garbage cans that tell the garbage man not to pick it up because it's not full, the little robot that's going to pick up the litter off of the floor, the Internet of Things, right? And even our phones, the Teslas, the smart cars and EV and all that, right? Internet of Things, right? And then AI, because Tesla is essentially AI. Our phone, Siri, is essentially AI. Alexa, essentially AI. All this stuff is AI, right? All of it is AI, bro. Right? Now, imagine these companies say, I want Siri to interact with Alexa. I want the Tesla to interact with McDonald's and Starbucks. A matter of fact, Starbucks, because Starbucks is using the Polygon blockchain, which is a sidekick to Ethereum. So it's going to be connected to the ultimate settlement layer of Web3, of the internet, the money of the internet, right? Now, the money could move between these entities seamlessly on the blockchain via these Internet of Thing devices. So that's how you got AI, IoT, and blockchain. Follow me. Telling you, bro. Telling you. Just follow me. All right? Now, the hottest AI coins right now, hottest AI coins is Injective Protocol. Ripping. Injective Protocol has been killing it. This is a DeFi platform. It's a finance-focused AI crypto project specifically designed to provide tools for building decentralized finance applications. So they offer you trading derivatives, forex, futures trading across the blockchain and all that. Remember what I said about tokenized assets? Larry Fink. Then we got the Graph. The Graph GRT is another dope one. This is a protocol for indexing and querying data. Just think of like Google, how Google has so much data. It's like Google for blockchain, right? Similar to the way Google indexes and queries data from websites, indexing blockchain data can be challenging, but the Graph aims to change that by offering subgraphs. Dope. Then we got Render, which is probably one of my favorite. Render allows artists to harness the computing power necessary to render computer graphics for crypto miners who are willing to rent out their graphic processing units, their GPUs. And the project was launched in 2017. Now, what's dope is that they already are integrated in Apple Mac computers. The new Mac computers have Octane. Octane is a product that's associated with Render Network and that whole team. This is dope. And they're now moving more into like AI and that whole Internet of Things and the blockchain and all that I was telling you about. They're going to be deep into this. And when I say deep into it, I mean it. And then speaking of deep in, we have something called DeepIn. Just a play on words, but decentralized physical infrastructure. So the Internet of Things that I was telling you about, this is the blockchain. And one of the biggest blockchains where this is happening is Solana. And why I say that? Because Render is moving over to Solana, right? Then you got Helium, which is a 5G telecommunications platform, which is leveraging the same type of technology that Render is using, where they're decentralizing GPU processing power. But in this case, they're decentralizing broadband internet power off of these hotspots, allowing people to generate tokens from these hotspots, which would be like mining farms or miners. The whole idea of proof of work, proof of stake is all coming together, right? Y'all following me? That's Helium. Then we got Hive Mapper. Think of like Google Maps. You ever seen the car driving around taking the pictures with the camera on top and all that? Hive Mapper is paying people in the Hive token to do the same thing, to build out these maps. This map is going to be integrated with AI and the Internet of Things, bro. Like, I'm telling you, it's the future. It's the future. So there's a lot of other hot AI platforms. You got Oasis Network, which is first privacy-enabled blockchain platform for open finance and responsible data economy. Like I said, that AI needs to get regulated, and blockchain is the perfect place to help regulate that. Then you got Fetch AI, going back into the whole Internet of Things blockchain I was telling you about. Fetch AI is an AI and machine learning platform based on the blockchain. Fetch AI is all about automating business tasks such as data processing and trading. Its native cryptocurrency is FET. It is used to pay for transactions on the network. Are y'all following me? Now, the ultimate, the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest category, niche, narrative of them all has to be crypto gaming. And this is also a segue into a bonus niche that I think we should definitely have on our radars as well. But crypto gaming, Why do I think this? Gaming is already an industry that has been thriving for over 40 years. We all were probably gamers at one point, whether you had a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Nintendo 64, a Sega Genesis, a Sega Saturn, Game Boy, Dreamcast, PlayStation, X. You get the drift. You get it. Everybody knows gaming. And if you didn't have one of those systems, you probably had the handheld system, which was like one game, like a Sonic. That's the only game you could play. The cheesy ass, little handheld games we had back in the day. Or you have phones. Yo, you got games on your phone? You got games on your phone? Centipede. Going all the way back to Centipede with the Nokias and Snake and all that. Tetris and Fruit Ninja and Temple Run, Farmville, all these different games, bro. There's a lot of gamers in the world. Gaming is something that's already cemented in our culture, right? So it's easy for people to understand. People don't really understand blockchain and mining and proof of stake, proof of work, consensus, and DAOs and decentralized autonomous organizations and DeFi and DEXs and EVM and mining pools and all this. I could go on and on with the acronyms and the verbiage and the jargon in the cryptocurrency space, but nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about. Let's keep it funky. Outside of this space, a lot of people don't know what the hell we talking about, right? But gaming, people understand gaming. People know Call of Duty. People know Grand Theft Auto, which is also going to be talking about Bitcoin in their upcoming game. It's going to be incorporated in the whole virtual world, the metaverse and all that. Not the real Bitcoin, but it's going to be like talks of Bitcoin as if it's real, like, you follow me? All right. So, gaming. The reason why gaming is super dope on crypto, on blockchain, is because now we have the ability to own the assets. With Web3, we have the ability to own the web. Nobody owns HTTPS or www or all these protocols that help us use the internet, IP and all that, DNS. And we don't own that. But with cryptocurrency, with blockchain, you can own ENS, which is Ethereum name services, not domain services, right? You can have, DreLaSol.eth or UrbanBlockchain.eth or whatever you want.eth. Feel me? Name services. I can own the protocols like Polkadot and Ethereum and Solana, which is essentially the new internet platforms, right? The new what the hell is that freaking thing called? Like the new website creators, essentially, right? The new internet hosting platforms, the new platforms for you to create your own website and web hosting and all that. This is what the blockchain is. And with NFTs, it's allowing us to own digital assets, right? Now, in the gaming world, all these gaming assets that we don't own in traditional gaming, we can now own because they could essentially be NFTs. They can all be unique, non-fungible tokens. So if I'm playing a first-person shooter game, right, my armor, my backpack, the food or the water I need to eat to recharge and get more energy, the guns, the weapons, the bullets, the scope, the beam, the helmets, the boots, the vehicles, the cars, the swords, the knives, all that. All of that could be NFTs, and the amount of kills or the amount of alley-oops that I get. When I say alley-oops, I mean like helping like teammates when it comes to like the gaming and whatnot. Whatever I do with that particular asset, it now records that data on the blockchain, right? So like you're playing the game, you get your stats. All those stats are recorded on the blockchain. Now, even if you didn't save the game, it's still saved because it's immutable. It's on the blockchain. It's cemented, right? So now I say, yo, I want to sell this armor. I want to sell these guns. I want to sell the weapons and just cash out. I can now sell it on the marketplace for the game, bro. So Fortnite, the V-Bucks, Roblox, all the money we spend on PlayStation Network and Xbox Live, that money is just going to them. And we're playing the game. Yeah, we have fun. You know, it's a pastime and whatnot, but we're not getting paid for it. Not unless we're gaming and recording it on YouTube or we're doing esports. But that's another thing. Gaming is super big. There's so many avenues. You got esports. So not only can you earn money from the competitions, you can earn money just playing the games. They got play to earn. Then we even got move to earn, where you're counting your steps, but you're earning coins like sweat coin. Yo, this is the future. Gaming. Everything is getting gamified. The reason why Robinhood blew up is because it gamified investing. You invest in a coin, woo! You got confetti, you got coins falling from the top of the screen. It makes it fun and all that good stuff. They gamified it, bro. Once you gamify something, people are going to tap into it. The problem with cryptocurrency is blockchain is we haven't come out with the killer app, the app that everyone is going to use and everyone's going to go crazy over. Gaming is making that easy. Gaming is the layup, right? And we got tons of AAA games that are being created in the blockchain space, tons of games that are connected with Web 2 or traditional gaming platforms such as Ubisoft and Activision. And yo, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Gaming, please keep your eyes open. And some of the biggest gaming platforms are like Immutable X, which is a layer 2 solution and also gaming. You got Sandbox and Decentraland, which are the OG metaverse from the last bull run. I don't really care for those, but those are still dope. They're still going to run up. You got Axie Infinity, which went crazy last year, and it proved that gaming coins are going to change again. Then you got Gala Games, which is a gaming studio, which you should have on your radar. Alluvium, which is an open world game, dope graphics, AAA game. You got ApeCoin, which is the coin to the Bored Ape metaverse. And the other side, which is the game that they're going to be coming out with. Then you got Beam, which is a studio. You got Steppin, which is Move to Earn on Solana. Ronin, which is another studio. Engine Coin, which is the OG of NFTs. It's a gaming studio. You got Echelon Prime, which is like a card game. You got Magic. There's so many. You got Nakamoto Games. You got Sidus, which is a first-person shooter. Yo, there's so many. Gaming, it's dope. And the bonus narrative, which I think is a great segue, because when we talk about metaverse and characters and all that, you have to think about memes. Memes is going to be super big. Dogecoin, Shiba, people were going crazy over it. Again, with the whole gamifying, people want shit that's easy. People don't care about the technology. They just want to know that I can make money. People like gambling. They like to treat it like a freaking casino. So, Dogecoin, Shiba, Pepe, yo, it looks like a frog. It looks like an animal. Let me throw some money at it. And then when we talk about gambling, we also got Gamblify. So, Rollbit. That's another narrative that's going to explode and that you should have on your radar. So, the two bonuses are meme coins and Gamblify. So, to wrap it up, we got the number one narrative, which is Bitcoin and the Bitcoin ETF and the Bitcoin halving. Then we have Ethereum and the whole smart contract play and Ethereum killers. Then we have the Ethereum Layer 2 solutions, artificial intelligence, gaming, and then we have meme coins and Gamblify. Those are the narratives that are going to explode for this coming bull run. Tap in. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share this with a friend, share this with a family member, tell a friend to tell a friend. Tap in and join me for the next one. Stick with me as we move through the ups and downs of this crazy market. I see up from here. There is going to be some ups and downs. There will be. But yo, it's been a pleasure. This your boy. We out.